A sculptor was ordered by the Pope to make the genitals smaller. Instead, he hid an optical illusion in this piazza 500 years ago. And the secret viewing spot? It's marked by a dark stone tile beneath your feet. Traveling with AI. These days, AI can tell you the history, the must-sees, the hidden stories, almost everything you need without a guide. We planned this entire trip using AI. But some things you only learn by showing up. This channel combines AI research with raw, on-the-ground discoveries. If you're planning a trip to Bologna, this one's for you. It's about a 20-minute walk from our hotel near the station to the main square. Walking in, the first thing that catches your eye is a massive tower on your left. Bologna's Leaning Towers. We'll come back to those later. First, the heart of the city. Quick tip about how we sightsee. We always hit the major indoor sites first thing in the morning. Simple reason, fewer tour groups. Early morning, the churches and piazzas feel like they open just for you. Highly recommend it. Cross the road and there it is, the Neptune Fountain, standing guard over Piazza Maggiore. This is Piazza del Nettuno, right next to the city's main square. The Fountain of Neptune, watching over the city since the 16th century. A masterpiece by the Renaissance genius John Bologna. Powerful muscles, braced legs, and that raised trident. That trident, it's the model for the Maserati logo. Maserati was born right here, near Bologna. The founder's brother reportedly passed this fountain every day and designed the emblem from what he saw. A fountain you'd walk past without a second thought. The origin of a world-famous luxury car emblem. I love these hidden connections. Now look closely at the four goddesses at Neptune's feet. Their breasts are, shall we say, generously sculpted. The Archbishop of Bologna, who later became Pope, told the sculptor Gian Bologna, make them more modest. Gian Bologna's response? This is my art, and he refused to change a thing. Now that's already a great story, but Gian Bologna's defiance didn't stop there. If you only look at the statue from the front, you'll miss the secret entirely. Walk to the north side of the square, toward the entrance of the Sala Borsa Library. Now look down. See that darker stone tile on the ground? This is the secret viewing spot. Look up at Neptune from here. See it? His extended left thumb aligns with his lower body at just the right angle, creating the unmistakable illusion of a very generously proportioned male anatomy. And no, this was not an accident. The Pope had given Gian Bologna a direct order. Keep the genitals small. This is a sacred square. Officially, he obeyed, but from one specific angle, he planted a genius-level optical trick. A razor-sharp act of defiance disguised as an artist's prank. We'd researched this on AI beforehand, so we made sure to arrive early, when the square was still quiet enough to really take it in. By midday, this place is packed. Early morning is the way to go. If you visit Bologna, go find this genius's quiet rebellion with your own eyes. There was one more thing in Piazza Maggiore we'd been looking forward to. The Whispering Gallery. There's a hidden acoustic trick built into the architecture. Stand in one corner, whisper into the wall, and someone in the opposite corner hears you perfectly, while everyone in the middle hears nothing. Except We got there and it was blocked off. Construction maybe. No one could get close. We could see Neptune from here, so we're pretty sure this was the right spot. And if you look closely at the barrier, someone had clearly pried it open before. So yeah, this is probably the spot. Disappointing? Sure. But this is exactly the kind of thing AI can't tell you. You plan, you research, you show up, and reality has other ideas. That's travel. Honestly, these are the moments you remember most. Facing the square, the Basilica of San Petronio. Look up and you'll notice something immediately. The lower half is clad in beautiful marble. The upper half, bare exposed brick. It looks like someone just gave up halfway. Most guides will tell you they ran out of money. The real reason? Far more interesting. This basilica was originally designed to surpass St. Peter's in Rome. It was meant to be the largest church in the world. When Pope Pius IV learned of this, he saw Bologna's ambition as a direct challenge to papal authority. In the 1560s, he deliberately redirected the funding to other projects. Worse, he ordered the construction of the University of Bologna's headquarters on the very land where the basilica was supposed to expand. He physically blocked the expansion, a ruthless power move. So that unfinished facade, it's not a sign of poverty, it's a scar left by Rome. And yet, even unfinished, it's the 10th largest church in the world. The largest brick church, period. 600 years of still under construction. Maybe that's Bologna's way of saying, we don't answer to anyone. Thanks to our early start, the interior was almost empty. And for one of the largest churches in the world, the scale inside is staggering. Having this space to yourself, that's the privilege of arriving first. Now, the most famous feature inside? A sundial. There's a single tiny hole in the ceiling. Every day at noon, sunlight passes through it and casts a circle of light on the floor. The entire church functions as one giant camera. In summer, the light falls close to the base. In winter, it stretches far across the floor. That beam of light travels back and forth along a 67-meter glass line embedded in the floor, marking the calendar of an entire year. The astronomer Cassini studied this light and became the first person in history to prove that Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle. The shape of the universe discovered on a church floor. Once you know that story, a simple line on the floor becomes something extraordinary. We'd also planned to visit the Santo Stefano Complex. Unfortunately, it was closed when we arrived. 7 churches layered on top of each other, Bologna's oldest religious complex. Definitely on our list for next time. Bologna's Leaning Towers. Between the 12th and 13th centuries, Bologna had 80 to 100 towers. Wealthy families built them as defensive strongholds during an era of political warfare. Each tower was a status symbol. Our family is the most powerful, and a dead serious military fortress. Only about 20 remain today. The 2 most famous are right here. The Asinelli Tower, 97.2 meters tall, leaning at 1.3 degrees. The tallest leaning tower built in the medieval era, anywhere. Pisa's famous tower, 56 meters. This one beats it by over 40 meters. Standing right beside it is the Garisenda Tower, about 47 meters. It was supposed to be 60, It started sinking during construction, and by the 14th century, the top was cut off to prevent collapse. Today it leans at nearly the same angle as Pisa. But unlike Pisa, there's a real sense of urgency here. This tower could genuinely fall. Since October 2023, when abnormal movement was detected in the foundation, the area around it has been sealed off. In person, it leans far more than we expected. We couldn't stop filming. Photos don't do it justice. You have to look up at it yourself. Now time to just walk. This street we're on, via Pescherie Vecchie, it literally translates to Old Fish Market Street. In medieval Bologna, each street was assigned to a specific trade. Fish sellers on the fish street, goldsmiths on the goldsmith street, locksmiths on the locksmith street. Your address was basically your resume. 800 years later, the street names haven't changed. But instead of fish, it's mortadella and parmigiano reggiano. The name stayed, the merchandise evolved. That gap between name and reality, that's what makes this neighborhood fascinating. Guidebooks call this a tourist attraction. Walking through it, it feels like something else entirely. There are almost no souvenir shops. The vendors sell mortadella, fresh pasta, parmigiano. The customers? Local grandmothers doing their daily shopping. This isn't a preserved tourist site. It's a living, working kitchen, still feeding the neighborhood. Unfiltered everyday life. Something you'd never know without walking it yourself. Step away from the busy market and you'll notice a small wooden window in the wall. Open it and wait, a canal in Bologna? In the Middle Ages, canals ran throughout this city, powering mills and fueling the silk trade. Bologna was once a second Venice. In the 20th century, most of them were buried under asphalt. This little window is the last place where you can still peek into a landscape from 800 years ago. Here's what makes it even more interesting. The window was added later. Someone cut this opening to reveal a canal that had been deliberately hidden. Someone wanted this city to remember what it used to be. Kind of beautiful, isn't it? High on a hill overlooking Bologna sits the sanctuary of San Luca. 4 kilometers from the city center, all uphill. Honestly, walk that and you won't have energy left for anything else. So we booked our seats and killed time with gelato nearby. The only problem, finding where it departs. We wandered around for a while. And when we finally found it, next departure, 1 hour. So we booked our seats and killed time with gelato nearby. Not the worst way to wait, honestly. Pro tip, book your San Luca Express tickets first, then explore the area while you wait. Learn from our mistake. The path to the sanctuary is lined with a covered portico, stretching on and on. 3.8 kilometers long, the longest portico in the world. A UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2021. Someone counted the arches. The number? Exactly 666. In Christianity, that's the number of the beast. On a path leading to a church? Why? It was intentional. Seen from above, the portico forms the shape of a serpent, slithering up the hill. The serpent, a symbol of the devil. And where does the serpent's head arrive? At the Church of the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary, crushing the devil. The entire structure tells that story. One more thing. In 1433, Bologna was drowning. Weeks of rain had nearly destroyed the crops. The citizens carried the painting of the Virgin down from this very hilltop into the city. And the moment the painting passed through the city gates, the rain stopped. This became known as the miracle of the rain. And for nearly 590 years, every May, a procession carries that painting back down to the city. It's only been interrupted twice in all of history. For the people of Bologna, this hilltop church isn't a tourist attraction. It's the guardian of the city. By the way, we only found this out after we got home. Apparently, there's a dome observation deck called the San Luca Sky Experience. €5 per person, separate admission. 108 steps up a spiral staircase to a viewpoint 42 meters high. It might even have been included in our ticket. We completely missed it. If you go, don't make our mistake. Check before you climb. A sculptor's quiet defiance hidden in a statue. A basilica crushed by Rome, standing in bare brick for 600 years. A portico of 666 arches, shaped like a serpent, guarding the Virgin Mary. And a tiny window cut into a wall to reveal a canal that was meant to be forgotten. Bologna doesn't reveal itself to anyone just passing through. But stop for a moment, look down, open that window, look up. And the city will quietly share 5 centuries of secrets with you. Go see it for yourself.